It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Tyson Fury. He is Tyson Fury, this multi-time heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Manchester, England. He'll beat you down and then sing to you afterwards. Riddick Big Daddy Bowe, the 1988 Olympics.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Manchester, England, and standing at 6 feet 9 inches, here is a sensational heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
We see the crowd, the people, the fans. We just cannot wait for this fight to get on.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. One punch could change everything in this battle. Nice counter. Swing and a miss with that uppercut. Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. And that left hook doesn't find its target. Those counter punches have to hurt. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right, concentrate.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Punch, counter punch. You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. This is the type of fighter that would say, I don't even want rounds. Let's just fight until one of us can't stand up anymore.
Sluggers are an absolute nightmare. They will stay in your face, not give you a breather, not step back when you think, all right, let's have a breather. They want to get stuck right in.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Solid punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their...
And there's the bell for round 2. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. No rest for the weary. Beautiful counterpunch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Caution is being thrown to the wind. As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink because one big shot and this thing could be over. Well done with that counter shot. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. The straight right just misses. Tried to score with a jab. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Miss with that jab. Missing with the left uppercut. Beautiful counter shot. Good defense there to stop that hook. This is a battle royale between two heavyweight bombers. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
Win the round on your jab.
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick. Just keep him up.
And now you've let him back into it. Now, it's a tougher fight. And he's going to...
That's it. Now just stick a few body shots in there, vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out.
stick on him the jab. And then...
The bell rings and we start the third. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Straight right just misses. Tyson Fury just got rocked. Do you believe this? And down goes Fury. Wow, let's take another look at that.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They'll want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? They exchange punches. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Swing and a miss with that left hook. A perfect counter lands. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
Come on, you've let him back into it.
And there's the bell to start round 4. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
He threw a punch and just got countered. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
So much firepower here. Covering up, trying to work some defense here. Good counter punching. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
These punches coming from every angle. This fight has a real good flow to it. Seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
That counter punch caught him clean. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. That counter shot lands. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judge.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
God, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
So he's going to drop his arms down here. Not sure that's the wisest decision. Catch and shoot. Good counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
The jab doesn't quite connect. There's a scoring blow. Nice counter shot. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
How about that time counter shot? Insane action. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
And he scores with the counter. Just missed with that jab. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Get focused and get your mind back on the job.
This is the beginning of round 6. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
There's a counter shot. That hook was off target. A perfect counter shot. That jab doesn't score. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Nice counter punch. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Which Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Which fighter will say no mas? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Only catching air with that hook. The straight right just misses. Punch, counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about fury in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
You're much better than this guy. You're much better. He's on your...
Here we go. It's round 7. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
The straight right just misses. That counter shot lands. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Both men step back for just a moment. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well done with that counter shot. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Beautiful counter shot. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Not a lot of defense here at all. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without...
I need you to focus on what you're doing.
Round 8, and we're off again. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. No rest for the weary. He's dropped. We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin's standing up to that shot.
That's lights out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight?
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
You'd like to see more jabs. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.